How we doing? It's Mailman Nick. Follow me on Instagram at Nick Venti. If you enjoy this content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. And obviously, these are my own thoughts and opinions. I'll not speak on behalf of the Postal Service. So today was my NS day, and they had me come in. My floater came up to me. Shout out to Griffin. She came up to me, and with a big smile on her face, she was like, "Thanks for coming in, Nick." So nobody wants to do my route, not even my floater. It's a big route. We had ad papers today. It was, the thanks. Sorry, reading my text messages as I make this video. But we had the Thanksgiving ads in the newspapers. The red plums, they were thick. Uh, when you have a route with a lot of apartments like mine, uh, you have to hit every box, and it takes a long time. I also had a ComEd run. ComEd, the electrical company. They weren't bills. It was just advertisement. I had a whole tray of them that were not in order, so I had to case those in individually. That took forever, and then we had the ad papers. DPS was surprisingly light. My packages for 23 have been ridiculous. It's only going to get worse. Certain houses getting 10 packages at once. I got over 700 deliveries. I think more than that because I have my building, my south building is not on my case. So, but it's in the DPS, and honestly, it should be in a different spot on the DPS. But I do it after I hit my the train station coffee shop. I delivered that, then I do my south building. It's different than the DPS, but it makes more sense that way. You're right next to it. Instead of going all the way to the other street, do a few businesses, then come back this way, it doesn't make any sense. So I do it like that. Yeah, DPS was like packages. People on my route, they love their packages. But they're great people on my route. Great people on my route. Very nice. A lot of cute dogs I love to pet on my route. Very blessed to be on this route. Even though it's big, it's a monster. Everybody hates that route. People thank me when I come in. Same thing when I was on 4. It was the same thing. People like that. I come in and knock this route out. And I'm here 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Like today was my NS day, non-scheduled day. Came in, did the route. Nobody has to touch 23 this whole week. So, it's I'm happy to be in town. I'm very happy to be in town. Right in the downtown neighborhood of where I live and where I deliver is very nice. And like I said, people are nice, but package volume's crazy. We get runs every day. Runs are third bundles that we call them third. We call them runs, third bundles. Sometimes they're addressed, sometimes they're not. If they're addressed, I'd like to case them in. Except if they're red plums, obviously I carry them as a third bundle. Um, but yeah, let's get this money. The money train never stops. Uh, yeah, like I got that step increase the other day, so I'm very, uh, you know, seeing things go in a positive direction. It's small wins, small wins. If you want that huge win, no, you got to have small goals to reach, make it feel like you're accomplishing. Okay, I got a raise. Boom, I got another raise next year, another raise. Oh, I'm at top pay. You gotta. I'm not saying that. People take what I say out of context. My channel is about looking at the bright side of things, being positive. I know without overtime, I'm not making much. I know that. You don't got to tell me. I know that's why I work the overtime. If I'm not, my my gross pay without overtime is 50 grand. With overtime, I made a little bit more than that net pay with the overtime. So I made over 50 grand net pay with overtime. Without overtime, obviously, I'd be making less. So, but uh, if I didn't have overtime in my office, if I was struggling for hours, I would say, hey, does Tri City need me? Blue Island, uh, other offices near me, I would be like, hey, do they need help? Because odds are other offices in your district need assistance. People quit all the time. We have like 4 CCAs. It doesn't make any sense. We got a lot of people injured. If you're not getting hours, ask to be sent out. If you're on a hold down, they can't send you out unless you say it, unless you agree to it. If you're on a hold down, they can't move you unless it's that day off of that route. If you're on that route and it's the day off, it's the NS day of the regular, then they can bump you. But if you're on a hold down, that gives you the stronghold. But then they could send you out. Like my brother, they sent him out today. He had a hold down. He's on a float set. He did City 34. He did an hour on my route because I had to have 8 hours. They took an hour off me, and then he had to go to Tri City and work overtime. But he was on a hold down, so they didn't move him right away. They moved him at the end of the day. So he did 3 hours in Tri City after his 9 hours uh, in in our office. So it is what it is. Let's make this money, guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.